Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing Napoli, Chelsea. And this game was, to be honest, it was kind of a shit show from Chelsea. I'm not going to lie to you. That first half was horrendous. And I don't know what Liam Senior was thinking defensively. He was trying to match Antonio Conte and kind of set up in like a 3-4-2-1, have the two tens behind the striker. And Andre Santos was dropping back a lot. We had four center backs on the bench, but one on the pitch. It didn't make the most sense to me. So this was a game where if we got popped, I would absolutely have to look at the manager. But there were tons of moments of individual brilliance in this game from Napoli and also from Chelsea. So this was a beautiful game to watch. But Liam Senior's setup just didn't make the most sense to me. Having Reece James, Fofana, Gusto, and Cucurella back there, and having our wing backs all the way up the pitch a lot of the time trying to support our tens, and a lot of it didn't make the most sense to me, but the bigger picture is what I understood, and that's fine. It's fine. We ended up winning, so it's okay. But if we lose, it makes you look really stupid. Trying to go bar for bar with Antonio Conte and set up similar. That first half was absolutely diabolical. We virtually created nothing. We were handed a penalty from a free kick that was a handball, and was it? Yes, but if I'm Jesus there, I feel hard done by for sure, because yes, his hand was extended out, but he tried to put it back in, and that was when the ball then clips his arm, and it did significantly hit his arm. It wasn't like a light nod or anything. It fully clipped his arm. Enzo Fernandez gets the penalty, and as he has the rest of the season, beautiful penalty, puts it away. I think now he's up to like 11 or 10 goals this season. Good for him. He's getting a lot of goals, a lot of assists. Since he got here, I saw like a stat. He's at like 38 or 39 now, goals and assists. A lot of people throw dirt on his name. I think he's been really good. He's been classy besides the whole France chant for Argentina thing. We won't talk about that because we're not going to talk about racism on this channel. But anyways, he's been a class act. Realistically, since that moment happened to him, I think it was kind of like a slap in the face. Woke him up a little bit. And ever since then, he's been really good. He's been a secondary club captain, I feel, and I'm proud to have him. He's a great player. Games like this, I kind of get a little nervy. This is kind of like games where like Caicedo, his dumb moments come out, the stamps on the ankles, the kickouts for no reason, the late challenges. He kind of stayed a lot more secure than I normally see him. He's such a fantastic player, but he makes me so goddamn nervous, man. He is such a calamity in his own head. I feel like he doesn't realize how good he really is. But anyways, Chelsea get that first goal, and then Andre Santos slipping on a clearance led to, his name's Anthony Vergara, whatever it is. He scores his first goal for Napoli, and what a good first goal, man. He absolutely spins Fofana like a Beyblade, and he could have even got down from the Fofana challenge, and he would have got a penalty because Fofana definitely dug in, spins Fofana, absolutely slots it. Nothing Sanchez could have done about it, and it's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful, beautiful goal. Yes, it came from a mistake, but that's nothing to take away from his individual brilliance. It was a wonderful goal. So if you're a Napoli fan, that should surely be exciting. I think he's been at the club for like 3 years now. He's been out on loan most of the time. But the injury crisis and everything that's going on at Napoli, ton of players are in that injury room. So fair play, get your moment, take your moment. And then 10 minutes later, Rasmus Højlund. You fucking dick. Rasmus Højlund. He comes in the box off of a perfect cross and it's one of those goals you want your striker to score. Like if you have a 9 and you envision your 9 scoring and getting his foot on chances, that's one right there. Venom, the run into the box, it was a good goal. It was a great goal. And it ends his dry January. He has not scored this year until now, so you can thank Chelsea for that. We'll be invoicing you. So we go down 2-1 going into the half. Obviously, at this point, I'm kind of thinking the game is not wrapped up because we still do have a very good squad, but we weren't creating any chances. We're away from home. These fans in Naples are nuts. And it's not looking very good. Now, Liam Senior had to salute him for this. He makes some changes. Cole Palmer comes on. I believe Chalobah comes on, and we look a little more solid. Brings on Gittins for Neto, and Neto is a player who I'm starting to see what people are saying. He is just for better words, a road runner. He just runs nonstop, and he's a willingness runner, and I love that. I love that he works hard. But in games like this where we need true chance creation, bring on the creative types, the Cole Palmers, the Jamie Gittins. Garnacho comes on later in the second half, and he, kind of fucks it up towards the end of the game, but we'll get to that. But yeah, bring on the creative types, the Gittins, the Cole Palmers. He brings them on, and we didn't necessarily change how we were playing, but we were starting to create a little bit more, as you could see, getting the game a little bit more open. And this Napoli defense was getting extremely tired. They don't have their starting goalkeeper. They're missing Kevin De Bruyne. They don't have Billy Gilmore. They don't have Politano. They're missing a ton of players. So this team is getting tired. Scott McTominay got hit by an absolute rocket of a clearance straight to the noggin, and they're wearing down a little bit. It's like a boxing match almost. And Joao Pedro, introduce yourself. Don't let people forget what you were doing at that Club World Cup. He is starting to actually get into form again over the last 5 to 6 weeks, I would say. He is really starting to wake up. He's waking up. He's awoken. He's arisen. I don't fucking know. He's balling out right now. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself because he could have an absolute blunder over the next few matches and it just doesn't look good. But as a starter, he's scoring every single game, it feels like. He's shooting more with venom. I feel like he's actually he's attacking the goal. And he's doing just the right things. He's there at the right times. His touches, his runs. He doesn't give up on things. He's looking fantastic. And Cole Palmer gets 2 assists today. Not because they were fantastic or brilliant passes. One was a well-weighted pass. Joao Pedro still had a lot to do. Bangs it for that second goal. For that third goal, his second goal. For that first goal, that's just all Joao Pedro, man. That is an absolute banger. That's a goal that a lot of Chelsea fans are not going to forget for the foreseeable future. That is a fantastic goal. And he did a striker's brace today. Scores with his left, his right. He doesn't really have a weak foot, I'm going to be honest with you, but his goals today were phenomenal. And that's why Chelsea fans get so mad at Joao Pedro and the slander that deservedly he's been getting this season from the beginning. But it's because we know that is there. That's in him. And he's finally starting to let it out. He's unleashing it. And I'm starting to notice he scores a lot when either Cole Palmer or Jamie Gittins are on the field. And it's because Cole Palmer releases the ball to him so much. I think Cole Palmer trusts him a lot and knows what he can do. Ever since that Club World Cup, he came in, probably doesn't really know Joao Pedro at all. Probably barely knows who he is. This guy comes in and instantly starts banging goals, getting assists. He looked fantastic. And now we're starting to get that player again. So I'm hoping that this form stays and he keeps going all season. If he was somebody that was on penalties, he'd probably be at 15, 20 goals by now. But I'm glad he's not. I don't want the inflated, goofy stats. I just want him to score goals, and that's, I just want that at all times because he is an absolute player. And he pulled us out today. The only reason we win that game is because of Joao Pedro. I don't think Guillermo Sr. would have pulled anything he wouldn't have pulled a rabbit out the hat. I don't think he had anything else up his sleeve. That was Joao Pedro winning us that game. And when that second goal scores, Lukaku, that bald-headed prick, comes on. Garnacho tried to give him one last chance. I think it was like the 93rd minute, 5 minutes of injury time. He scored. He tried to score in the 93rd minute. He gets a shot on goal from a absolute blunder by Garnacho. Just clear the ball. Just get it out. Get it out. Reset. Defend. No, he tries to dribble. Loses the ball at the corner of the box. Lukaku gets a shot, and luckily Sanchez. He made a few really good saves today. I think we haven't spoke too much about Sanchez because last season he was such a clown. He's made errors and blunders here and there. Every goalkeeper does. Let's be real. Every goalkeeper does. This year he's been way more solid. It seems like his confidence is there. I think once he gets another center back in front of him that, I want a veteran center back. We had the youngest squad in the Champions League this year. And that's great. That's cool and all, but that's not what Chelsea are about. I want us to have some European heritage in our club. Get us sign us a top center back, please. Someone who can come in there and set that back for us straight. And I love Reece James. I just don't know if he's that vocal captain that's going to get everybody else on board. And he's more of a lead by example guy, and that's fine. Everyone is a captain in their own different way. But great job by the boys today. I think they were defensively shambolic, but That's fine. Joao Pedro had moments and he made them count. And so we are through. Otherwise, we would have been in a playoff. Napoli are out because they needed a win today. They fought well, it just not enough. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like. Please, guys, I'm appreciating all the support recently. I think we just got up to like 50 subs on the TikTok. We're up to like 101, 102, something like that. So I'm appreciating all the support lately. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. Peace.